Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blood in the land. Alright, guys, welcome back, Legends Community. It's IllBlurMatic365, or you call me IllBlurMatic. Today, we are back with a new video, and today's new video is actually going to deal with anime today. And today's new video is actually on one of the anime that I really have been enjoying on Crunchyroll, and it's no other than Gachiakuta. Alright, Gachiakuta is a new upcoming anime that came out this month in July. It was expected to be a big summer anime when it came down to success, but unfortunately, Gachiakuta is not living up to the hype. In today's new videos to explain why this is happening to this new upcoming anime that is actually a Shohan anime, which is really surprising because Shohan anime usually do pretty darn good. All right, there's no denying it, but let's get right into it. Gachiakuta is underperforming as an anime, and why? So the first thing that I noticed with this actual anime, and this is even before the show came out as an anime / manga adaptation, honestly, the problem is I feel like Crunchyroll is doing the same thing that I've been saying for some of their shows. There's not enough promo behind the show. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I felt like they could have did a little bit more by putting a bit more money into it. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy Crunchyroll for a streaming platform, also for apparel they have on there, and even merchandise and dealing with physical DVDs and music and all that stuff. But Crunchyroll, I feel like if you guys would have put more money into promoting this show, where we saw at least a commercial for it. I mean, you saw teasers here and there. I mean, I don't think the teasers necessarily worked, but I felt like if they did a little bit more promo to get the show out there, that would have been great. Because we know Crunchyroll got their favorites. Let's be real. Crunchyroll got their favorites. All right, there's certain shows where you're like, you know, they're going to keep pumping money into them, letting the fans know that, hey, this show's coming out, whether it's season 1, season 2, whatever season it is. But I felt like this was actually overshadowed because they're not doing that with this show. And there are other Crunchyroll shows where I felt like if they put a little bit more money into the promo, that would be such a dope move. I mean, come on, why show certain ones that, oh, you're my favorites, these are my babies? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying, all right? So that is a bit of a problem. Like I said to myself, I'm like, this is probably why the anime is not doing good. You guys didn't put enough money into promoting the show that's coming out in July. Now, the next thing I want to get into is something that I also noticed, right? So the other thing with this, we all know that anime shows come out during the summer, winter, spring, fall, right? I think the competition, woo, let's be real, all right? Let's be 100 about this. You got shows like Dan. You got Sakamoto Days. How is it gonna compete with these type of shows, all right? These are some of the top shows during this time, all right? I'm like, there's no way that this show is gonna thrive, all right? Like, come on. Dan. Look, this show is doing really well. It's in season 2, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, Sakamoto Days just came back. So I'm like, yeah, I think Crunchyroll should have waited to put this show out. All right, that's my personal view on them. Like, you know what? I think Crunchyroll should have waited like maybe towards like July, like the last half of July. Shoot, even August, if that was the case, right? And I think that's a bit of a problem. The competition is healthy competition, all right? They eating. And that can also be a problem because certain anime, you know for a fact, are big, successful ones when it comes to streaming. And that is a problem because with Gachiakuta, you got shows that are already excelling. You know what I'm saying? Sakamo Days is still in season 1, right? Dan 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 Dan's in season 2. So that is a bit of a problem. Now the next thing I want to get into, and like I said, I haven't really been reading the manga. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think I should read the Gachiakuta manga? Let me know in the comments. All right. So from what I've been seeing, and I'm really like, it is kind of a letdown, is that Gachiakuta is deviating from the source material. Oh gosh, this is bad. This is bad because there's certain anime, right? Don't get me wrong, where they deviate from the source material. And sometimes that's not really the greatest thing they could do for a show because it doesn't necessarily help it success-wise. And from what fans that have read the manga of Gachiakuta, they're saying that it's deviating a lot from the actual manga, making it probably harder for new viewers to be engaged into it because they've read the manga and they're like, yo, like this stuff that they're doing with it, they're doing too much with it. Also, they talked about the pacing for this show. So, I think sometimes when anime deviate from the source material too much, it definitely does hinder the success of the adaptation, right? Because you're expecting it to be very close to the source material that was written inside the manga, and clearly is missing the mark with that. I gotta be real with y'all. I really like this show. I know they talked about it's gonna have like 20 plus episodes for it. I want to see the show thrive. I'm looking forward to episode 3 with Rudo's character. He's the main character of the show. I just hope that maybe things do a 360 for it. Hopefully they make the changes that are needed for this show in order to succeed as a summer anime. If not, I don't know, man. It's looking uncertain for the show. But it is the hardest working blog on YouTube, guys. You tell me in the comments. I got a question for you guys. If you read the manga of Gachiakuta, is it a lot different from the anime series? And my next question for you guys is, do you think the competition for anime in the summer, it was a no-win for Gachiakuta? It is the hardest working blog on YouTube, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, also sharing. And I'm out, legends. 3,000 watch hours is the goal for the channel.